Hi, this is Dr. Bain, and this is a quick tour of our comm660 site for spring 2018. This is the home page, and this shows you some quick links to things that are important, especially as we move forward in the semester. You can see quick links to my announcements and quick links to to-do and eCampus support. Here is the browser checker that I mentioned in an email last week. And here's some other information that can help you with technical issues. Also, if you need some help figuring out how to use eCampus, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see student resources available there. By the way, this yellow bar should not be on yours. This is because I'm in a student preview, which should, by all intents and purposes, mimic what you see. Most of what you're going to do in the first week comes right through the Start Here menu, and our primary menu options are in this left window on our screen. So let's go to Start Here. Quick message from me, wishing you good luck and welcoming you. Here's a little bit about me and a mugshot so you can see my face. As I mentioned, it's very helpful to be able to see each other's faces, even if that's all we ever see. We don't have to have video, we don't have to have face-to-face interactions. Just a short, tiny, brief mugshot of your face is great. You can access the syllabus here, and I'll show you that in just a moment. The scavenger hunt you need to do this week is also on this page. I'll also show you how to start on that. This is a page I've put together to help you, especially if you've never done any online classes or been to graduate school. So I encourage you to take a few minutes and peruse the links that are available in each one of these. There are a couple of helping documents available in here that I created for myself, by myself, for you guys. Here are the chapters 1 and 2 of our textbook this semester in case you needed those. And this is a beginning of the semester survey that I'm really hoping people will participate in sometime in the next 10 days or so. So all this, which is almost everything you need this semester for this week, is available right here. Let's take a quick look at the syllabus. You can see that the first page is here. You can move quickly through the syllabus, and almost everything I put up will be this way so that you can navigate through a table of contents. You can also move through the pages right here. This is one of my favorite memes. She said I could do my work outside, but it still has to be done on time. All right, here's another thing. You can move this table of contents to disappear. If you look right here under the words table of contents and click, you can see it disappear so that you can make your pages bigger. All right, so this is the syllabus, and I want to go back to the Start Here menu. And right here, it doesn't really show a great big button that says back to go all the way back to syllabus. You can always click on the words in this blue bar. Right now, there are just 2 pages. We've only come out 2 levels. So I'm going to click Start Here, and that will take me back to the Start Here menu or page. Okay? Now, what if it's time and you're ready to do the scavenger hunt? I definitely recommend that you look around the site a little bit and get slightly familiar with it before you get started. But I'll show you what things are going to look like. Click on the scavenger hunt. Gives you some instructions. Please don't skip this page ever on any of your quizzes. It will tell you how much time you have. The scavenger hunt is not time limited. It will tell you about multiple attempts. I've given you 3 for the scavenger hunt, and it'll tell you when it's due. So many times people come back and say, I didn't know, blah, 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 but it was right here. So please take a few seconds to read that. Then when you're ready to begin, it's going to launch like a quiz would launch. So when you go to take your first quiz, this setup should be very, very similar and familiar. Begin, and I'm going to start. I took it once because I wanted to make sure it worked. So this is what it looks like when you go to take a second attempt. Okay? Start new submission. All right, I'm not going to go through that. You guys need to learn it. I'm going to use this back button up here. Okay, but now I can't go back anymore. So what do I need to do? I'm going to click cancel, and it'll take me back to the start here page where I was. Okay, that's everything in the start here menu. You've probably heard me talk about the buzz. This is where you can go to say, hey, is anybody else having trouble loading, blah, blah, blah. Did anybody else find that the last words on the bottom corner of the page were too smudgy to read? Can anybody else make them out? Hey, did anybody see the score of the basketball game? Or is anybody keeping track of the WV rifle team? The Olympics are coming up. Maybe that's what you want to talk about, but you can do any of that right here. I check it regularly, but the beautiful thing is a lot of times other people have already gotten the answer or figured it out, and they can answer you sometimes before I can, which is awesome. We're building a community here, so the buzz is a great way to help each other out. Course messages is how you reach me. Click create message and start typing. You can also communicate with anyone else in this course through this method. When you're ready to take your quiz for Unit 1 on the first chapter of our textbook, just click Quizzes and it'll be right there. Okay? When you start getting grades for things, you can go to My Grades and you can see my score of 23 out of 24. Yes, I forgot what the title of the article is in item number 3 of the tips for succeeding, so I blew it. But you can see there's my score right there. If I have given you feedback on something, then you'll be able to see a little icon either to the left or to the right that looks like a comic strip speech bubble. You can click on that and you'll be able to see the open-ended feedback that I've provided for you. All right, let's go to course content. We'll get in here, course content, Unit 1, Introduction to Communication Studies. So you'll click here. All right, this is your to-do list or checklist. You need to get familiar with the site. You need to introduce yourself using the blog. You need to read chapter 1 of the free text, which is called Communication in the Real World, and watch the couple of videos that are provided and take the quiz. Here is that table of contents we talked about. Here are your objectives. These are the things you should be able to do by the end of this unit. This is a link to the National Communication Association site. Sometimes I'll put links up for you to just check out, which it said here if I had taken a moment to read it. Check out the National Communication site. This is the professional membership group for communication studies scholars. If there are any videos, they'll probably be on their own page, and all you have to do is click Watch Video. Anytime they don't load, please let me know. I can do what I can to fix that. You can also click Launch. Sometimes, oh, that didn't work. Sometimes you can get extra information. Oh, did you see that? I clicked Launch, and look, right here, there's an ellipsis. I'm up here in the blue bar. Remember how I told you that you can always use the words to get back to another page here? There's an ellipsis because there are more than 3, or because it goes too far out across the bar. I'm not sure what the rule is that eCampus uses, but if I want this one that's not visible, I can click that ellipsis. So this is the course content main link. This is that folder that has everything in it. If I want to go back to Unit 1, and this is where we are. Course content. See, here was our Unit 1. Okay? Don't be afraid to click things. The only thing you should be really slow about clicking is when you submit your quizzes. Everything else, click around until you get comfortable. The last thing I want to show you is your blog. And I want to display all blogs. Yep, you will. There's a possibility that there'll be other blogs in the course that you can filter so you don't have so many on your list here. Introduce yourself. I really want you to put your name in the first line of, or the subject line of the blog. That makes it really easy so that we can go through here and see just by name. You should read everyone's blog, and you can respond just by hitting comment. All right, here are the comments to mine. I will finish the first step to becoming a sommelier in June of this year. Woo! I threw boomerangs with Aborigines. Truly an interesting experience, and I was a prima ballerina. Comments. Here there has been some conversation, and that's what makes building a community work. So get in there and spend some time chatting up with your friends. When it's your turn to create two truths and a lie, just click this button under the words introduce yourself where it says create blog entry. The last thing that I want to show you is campus resources. Again, in our left window where most of our links are, I'm going to click campus resources. And you can see there are all kinds of useful pieces of information behind these gateways. Click Ask a Librarian and you will find, unlike the old days in libraries, some of you may be old enough to remember card catalog, all you have to do here is type a question and hit enter, and the librarian will answer your questions right there. You don't have to go to the library. Because I set this up as an outside link, in order to get back to campus resources, you have to click back on the tab inside eCampus, right there. Back to librarian, because it opened up a new tab, and outside. You can go straight to the library homepage, you can find the catalog, all kinds of great stuff in these gateway connections here. I think that closes us up. I thank you for your patience, and I hope that you have a terrific semester. Take care.